We're back. Welcome to the podcast. I am, of course, Nick Hall, joined as always.
Josh Griffey. I did a peace sign. I'm working on it. I didn't know.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a way to describe you, but you just jumped in with the name. I guess that
Baller.
works. Yeah, well, I was going to say
big baller.
portly.
Not a brand. Yeah, portly for sure.
I'm
Hey, cool. I'm
there.
doing a podcast with my disappointed wife now. That's great.
Hey, welcome back to the show. We're back filming some new Kent Murphy stuff. Going to do the pods, and so, yeah.
The channel's back in full swing.
Hey!
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
How have you enjoyed your hiatus?
It's been great.
I know. We just
Yeah.
made so much loot, like
Yeah.
Escobar money.
Yeah.
A lot of jet skis.
Yeah.
Zip lines in jungles.
Absolutely.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep, I did zip line a couple of times.
Have you ever actually zip lined?
Yeah, I did it. So I have a terrible fear of heights.
Dude, me too.
And we're gonna get the video of this. I have it on video, but when I was at the All-Star game filming that stuff with Bowers Company, they had a fucking zip line in the All-Star Village or whatever they call it.
Right, because that's what people want to do at a baseball game.
Yeah, and it was like, it was pink. And so I was like walking around with Zach, and I was in Kent character, and we're filming everything, and Zach's like, he's got the camera, he's like, let's get on that zip line. I was like, okay, yeah, like for what purpose?
It's a
He's like, it'll be
baseball.
funny. So I'm like climbing up this makeshift. It's 11 and a half stories up on a makeshift scaffolding. First of all,
Wait, you climbed up a ladder?
Yeah.
That no,
yeah,
so
and
that's it.
I got halfway up and I peed a little bit, and Zach was like, "This is gold," and I was like, "I don't think it is." And then
technically, yes.
and then I'm like trying to be badass on the zip line. I'm just scared to death.
No.
And I'm just yelling at the kids. I blacked out in fear. I blacked out. I don't even know what I said. So whenever I see the video, it's going to be new to me. I don't.
I'm just always like, I don't want to put some poor zipline employee in like, hey, how do we get that fat carcass off of the zipline?
It was
'Cause
brutal.
I just had a heart attack and died.
Like, I can fly. Like, that doesn't bother me.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's just like being on a high thing and looking down.
Yeah.
It fucking terrifies me.
Yeah. Well,
Terrified.
it's weird because they put that shit everywhere now because it's like everywhere there's like a drunk aunt that wants to spend money. She's like, this is going to look great on my Facebook. My grandkids will think I'm cool.
I'm the
It's like,
cool aunt.
They won't. You're not.
No.
Like, I hate to break it to you. You're not.
It's stupid.
Call me back when you picked up drugs and heavy metal.
That South Park episode where they're doing like shaka bra. It's
Dude,
the dumbest thing.
When I see one of my relatives now, like my old aunts or my mom or someone do like a Facebook story, I'm like, oh my God, it's just the worst.
It's great.
No, they're loving life. It's cool. I'm always excited to see which flavor of White Claw they're drinking today.
Black cherry, bro.
Yeah. So you want to dive in on some topics?
Yeah, let's go for it.
We'll get these kids with some topics. All right, so first we're going to start off some sports-related topics. So I found an article. It was a Bloomberg opinion article. And it talked about how the diehard sports fan is a dying breed, right? That now the younger generations are not going to be like my dad and deal with the 100-year Cubs curse. Like, they're just not going to do it anymore, right? So people are now, statistics are showing that younger generations are more followers of fans and teams that are good now. Now, this is the weird thing. I'm actually super pro this. I am super pro dumping a team.
Nothing infuriates me more.
Which is weird because I have probably 3 teams that I'm like really serious about, right? I really like the Steelers. I really like Indiana Hoosiers basketball. And I really like the Brewers, right?
Okay.
Oh, no, I love the LA Kings. That was great.
Yeah.
But I came to hockey older, right?
Yeah, same.
And then the Lakers, it's funny because I've always just been like a Laker fan since Shaq. But I hated Kobe. I hate LeBron.
Yeah.
So that's like a real kick in the
Yeah.
dick. Every time, like when they were going to bring in Kawhi, I was like, finally. Oh, just kidding. Kawhi was like just fucking playing with our nuts. No big deal. But this is my question to you, right? So you hate the traveling fan base.
I hate it.
All right.
More than anything.
Make an argument to me. What is the value of being a Tennessee Titans fan?
Well, it's
Like how long are you going to do this game?
Yeah, if you look at it
And
that
I
way,
know
like,
someone in the comments could be like, they'll probably be nearing a playoff seed this year. Hey, guess what? The Titans are not winning this year. Newsflash. You can just skip the whole season.
or probably next year, like when Reggie Wayne was at
ever.
the what was it, the draft or whatever, and it was in Tennessee, and he's like, stop booing, you won 3 games in the last 20. Like, you have no, he's like, shut up. Like, that made me so happy.
You guys remember when you were on like that 1 yard line?
It's not about the value in being a Titans fan. Like, it's that old traditional value called loyalty.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
It is.
No, but
it is. That's why all you fucking...
Come on, what do you owe the Titans?
You don't owe them anything.
What are
But
you
if you're a
loyal to,
Titans
then?
fan, you're a Titans fan. Like my buddy's brother, he's like, I'm a diehard Packers fan, but I also like the Vikings.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. They're bitter rivals.
This is the logic that you're
I
working
can't stand
with.
that. Like, who's your favorite team? They're like, well, in the National League, it's the Cubs. In the American League, I like the Angels, and sometimes the Astros. Like,
see, that's what I'm against.
I can't stand that shit, man.
I am all for it. Like, I have teams that have mattered to me since I was young, so I just have a bond to them, right?
Yeah.
There is not a person who is alive today that ever bonded with the Tennessee Titans. They've never mattered in like our whole life, right? Like, so to me, the question becomes like, the Charlotte Hornets, like, why are you doing that? If I met you in real life and you're like, I'm a huge Charlotte Hornets fan.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I can't be in the same room as this guy because he's a wild card. He's making decisions that are not based on logic and could lead me down any terrible path. But okay. So I'm with you on this. I don't think you should have like 3 teams. What I like to do, right? So something like basketball where I'm not a super fan.
But you're like the
I
guy...
love watching the NBA. I have like the team I love every year. Right? So like this year I was like, I'm really loving watching... I love watching the Warriors. So like I'm the worst on this,
You're
right?
the worst.
I've loved the Warriors dynasty.
You're everything I hate in a sports fan.
Why are there people that are like, I hate watching one of the greatest basketball teams ever that's super
I like
fun to
watching them play. But I'm not. I would never be like, yeah, I'm rooting for the Warriors.
Okay, but if
they're
you're
enjoyable to watch.
So you just watch the finals and you just sit there like,
no, but okay,
and you don't get amped up.
So like the bar that I go to watch sports.
Sure.
So during the NBA finals,
right?
Of course, everyone's like, yeah, man, I love the Warriors. Then they get down 3-1, and those same motherfuckers came in with Raptors hats on.
They just had those.
And they did, and dude, I like my blood. I had left in like the second quarter because I was so mad. Like,
I remember seeing Kawhi at San Diego State. I knew back then. No, you did not.
Yeah, I was going to start irrational fistfights because of who people were like pretending to be fans. It makes my blood boil, man.
Van Vliet has been my boy.
And the other but you're like the people, and I can't say the people like
I'm not like those people.
You're like, oh, you're a Cavs fan. Well, like last year you were,
I'm not
you're a Lakers fan. Like last year you were a Cavs fan. Like, no, man, I'm a LeBron fan, so I just follow LeBron around.
When the Lakers don't have LeBron,
can't stand that shit.
Or when LeBron's about to win us a title. Then I'll be back to the Lakers keep getting players I hate.
Yeah.
Like NFL fans have to deal with this too, where it's like, hey, cool, my team picked up this guy that snapped his kid's arm.
Yeah.
I guess I'll root for him. Like, that's fucking craziness. That's insane. Like, Michael Jordan, right, is a GM of the Charlotte Hornets.
He's not
I was
real
reading
good
a thing.
at it.
They're hard capped. They cannot make any moves to make their team better because they're completely maxed out against a salary cap for a team that wins, 20 games a year?
Maybe.
Okay, so if Michael Jordan has done that to you, it is your obligation as a money-spending fan of the Charlotte Hornets to fucking forsake them and spend your money elsewhere.
Right.
If you keep giving money to the Charlotte Hornets based on what they are now, or the Wizards, or the Marlins, or any fucking team like this that exists, you are part of the problem.
Okay, but no. So what you're saying is
just because you can go to Goodwill and buy Alonzo Mourning jerseys.
By your logic, we should just cut all the leagues down to like 8 teams. And that's it.
I like the idea.
Like New York gets a team, LA gets a team, and everybody else is go fuck yourself.
No, I like the soccer rules, right? Every year, if you're like the worst 6 teams, you get dropped down to like a G League.
Yeah, another level.
Yeah, and then if you're like the best 2 teams in the G League, you can come up.
Yeah.
Right? Why do the Hornets even exist at this point? Why do the Memphis
I don't dislike
Grizzlies
that.
exist?
I think that's a good system.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's okay for people to be fans of them and like.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's not okay. It's the same way. Like if you're a young lady, right? You find this fella, and you're like, well, he has no job. He punches me in the eyeballs.
Yeah.
He lasts about 2 seconds in bed. You know what I mean? But
so like, should somebody
this
be?
is the guy I have.
Should somebody be a fan of the Rays?
No,
because they make no money, but they win. I mean, they won 90 games last year. They're going to make the playoffs probably this year.
I think winning matters, but I think the Rays are the kind of team that have said, hey, we're going to cheapskate everything.
They keep winning. Like they've won. I mean,
Winning
they've
what,
won
though?
championships,
Yeah.
but they've won enough that
But see, this is
people should be watching them.
Sure, but you're like a Peyton Manning fan. You're more about regular season stat stuffing than actual.
Yeah, I mean, he's got championships too.
I mean, he had
He's
one.
I mean, it sucks that he's the greatest of all time.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
I could have won with that Broncos team. Peyton Manning could throw the ball
Yeah,
about 4
yeah.
yards,
Yeah,
not a
it was
spiral.
fucking awesome. Yeah,
The laser rocket
Didn't
arm
he,
got
like,
blown
yeah.
out on SNL.
awesome.
No, if you are a fan of a team that intentionally is like, we just don't want to spend money, and you know what? Like, whatever it is, that's bad. You should hold these. I think guys like you, these old guys, right? It's like my dad. He's like, well, I'm a Bears fan because I've just been a Bears fan. I'm like, when's the last time the Bears brought you joy? He's like, oh, Walter Payton. I was like, I was a sperm back then, right? They're like, just like a baby. Like,
But I have like
that doesn't
I
matter.
have a sense of loyalty.
Why?
Because it's a good quality for human beings to
Okay,
have.
so let me ask you this: when does
Like-
your loyalty run out?
I mean,
Let's say in real life, like if me and you were friends, right? We're loyal to each other. We run this YouTube together, whatever. If you came to my house tomorrow and I fucking cut your nipples off, would you be like, well, we've been friends for
we're
like
done.
a while. We've been friends for a while. I'm loyal. If you could
I'll
just like
give you
give
a
me
chance
those
to
nipples,
explain yourself.
you better have a damn good reason for holding my nipples.
I mean, I don't really use them, so
That's true.
yeah.
So you are loyal as fuck. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
What would I have to cut off your body before it's like, no,
But
that's
that's a bullshit argument. Like
No, it's not.
the Pacers aren't cutting anything of me off. They
I mean, your
they-
common sense.
They play for the middle every year, but I love them.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Reggie Miller. He was my favorite athlete of all time when I was a kid.
Right.
And I watched the Pacers.
What you're doing essentially,
Like that's my team.
You're watching like, you're like, I'm gonna watch a porn, but like a deep fake, right? So it's like you're like, I want to see a porn, but I'm just gonna like insert Reggie
Yeah.
Miller's face and pretend like
Yeah.
that's not cool.
No, I don't. I like
Like if
the
my
players.
wife was like, "Oh, you put my face over the pornos you jerk off to, great."
I like the players we have now, but like,
yeah, cool.
I don't see what's wrong with
If your
sticking
team,
with them.
if your team is not trying to actively win a championship this year, and the Pacers made good moves, I like the
They
Pacers.
made some good
offseason
moves, yeah.
The Pacers,
But they're fucked by that mid-market stuff because of all the people that do what you like.
But
The
what
only
I'll
the only
say-
teams that make money are in New York and LA.
it's not about me. I don't give a fuck
It
about
is.
making money.
It is.
Win.
It's all the NBA is.
Win. The Raptors won this year because they were aggressive and smart.
Yeah.
Toronto is not, and it should be.
But
Toronto's like
a
one of the
giant
best
market,
cities
though.
ever.
Yeah.
But in NBA circles, it's not like a prime destination.
No.
Like when's
It's
the next
Canada.
time?
Nobody. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody wants
they
to go
got
to fucking
Kawhi just
Canada.
on like some weird like fucking daytime soap opera.
Sorry,
shit.
Canadians.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna do the Brock Lesnar and be like, Canada never paid me nothing. Fuck you, all America. But no,
All American.
so the Raptors are a team, right? Like no matter where they were or how historically bad they've been, like they were just the guys who were like embarrassing themselves every year in the playoffs,
Yeah.
and you're like, why do we
With
just
really good teams.
yeah, with like these regular season teams, and like, oh, we have two terrible guards when we hit the playoffs. Great,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay. Tell me, DeRozan and them are great. How'd they do this year? Lowry had to just like ride the coattails.
DeRozan's a good player. Lowry's
I
pretty.
mean, they're okay
he's-
players,
yeah.
right? They're like Indiana
but they're
Pacers
not.
level
You
players.
can't hang your coat on them and
Right,
be like,
but
"Here,
that's what I
take
mean,
us to where
right?
we're
So
going."
they were bad for a long
Yeah.
time, but they were aggressive and they fucking threw it in the middle.
Yeah.
If Durant doesn't get hurt, they probably
Yeah.
fucking lose in 5 games.
Probably.
But it doesn't matter because they're trying.
Even if
That's my line.
Even if
You have
Thompson
to be
plays that
trying.
whole series, they probably
yeah.
lose in 6.
I mean, that absolutely felt like the universe just being like, "Hey guys,
Well,
fuck
yeah.
you."
It lined up.
Like that was. I loved the Warriors, and I thought it was sad to watch. I've loved watching them play. It was sad. Like it's just a waste of time to watch a finals where, like, you know, because
Yeah.
all the Raptor fans are like, "Well, we were
Just
playing
Steph-
them so good, you don't know." It's like, yeah, like. Okay, I bet Utah would have
They had
won if
nobody.
Jordan and Pippen went out. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Well, they
maybe.
still had Rodman, who's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And Tony Kukoc, who was pretty good. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. It's the most Canadian way to fucking steal a title to me.
It really is.
It
really
just is like,
I mean, the Blue Jays won a couple of championships back in the day.
cool,
but,
yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're a long suffering. Like, why are you still
and
a
they
Blue
never
Jays
will
fan?
again.
Yeah. There are teams. See, now I'm dying. I'm imagining the life of a Blue Jays fan. To me, like, that's the thing. Like, if you are an actual diehard fan of someone like, again, let's say the Tennessee Titans, right?
Right.
If that's your life, I don't even know that you should be allowed to live in civilized. Like, we should have an island for people like you.
Well,
it'll be like this Lord of the Flies island where you guys just like fucking.
But you got to think like
turn dead pigs into like altars of Marcus Mariota's knee or whatever the fuck you're doing.
I just think that's a terrible because like there's kids that grow up in Nashville or whatever in Tennessee and they grew up and they're Titans fans.
No,
so they can go to the stadium and watch that team play every week if they want to.
Fine.
And it's fun.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about fucking grown ass men who walk in public in a Tennessee Titans jersey.
Yeah.
That's I'm not like down on kids like, oh, hey kid, you're really into Jesus right now. That's cool.
Yeah.
They haven't had enough time to be introspective about life.
The Titans almost won a Super Bowl.
It's a football team. They don't care. They're kids. When you're an adult, it's time to make better decisions.
Yeah. I mean, they threw that forward pass and cheated their way into the Super Bowl and almost won. That was the Music City Miracle is the biggest bullshit fucking play in the history of the world. By the way,
it's a fucking
it's
miracle.
A forward pass.
People believe in that.
Forward pass all day.
See, I can't say anything.
They're like, look, his arm was here. No, I watched
it. As a Steelers fan, everyone always gives me that like Zapruder film version of like the Immaculate Reception.
It's a different story.
Yeah, it's great.
That's when I stopped being a Titans fan.
Oh, that was you ran into.
I was like, I was with you. I can't get behind a bunch of cheaters.
Oh, dude, if the Titans started hardcore cheating right now, they're just like, we'll take all the fines. We're going to cheat every week. Then I'd be a fan. Because then they're on the right path to making their lives better.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a Tennessee Titans fan and you haven't gotten busted with, like, Spygate, you're not doing your fucking job.
Yeah.
Like, you have to try harder, right? Like, why are we fucking trying to bust Tom Brady for deflating balls? They should be playing with fucking Nerfs and Vortex footballs in Tennessee.
That'd be badass.
Make them throw you out of the league. At this point, you're like, you got to throw me out of the league because everything I do is the dirtiest cheap shot of all time. I'd be taking kneecaps home.
So like every year, you just look at the roster of each team and you're like, that's who I'm going to root for this year.
Football, I'm locked in. Right? I have my sports, I'm locked in. So, like, the NBA is the one I'm not locked in. So, probably by about the All-Star break, I've watched enough to where I find my team that I think's fascinating, and that's who I watch.
Do you buy their gear?
I don't fucking know. This is something I've also given up. I was really into buying jerseys and shit when I was, like, in my early... I think it's like a bar thing. You're like, oh, I get to go to the bar with my boys, so I'll watch more sports at bars.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, I spend my whole life trying not to be around guys that would wear jerseys. So I've like totally gotten rid of that. I have I still have my Los Angeles Lakers Dwight Howard jersey. I think that was the last one. I was like, I was so fucking amped when Dwight Howard came to the Lakers. I thought it was like Shaq all over again.
No.
And when that fell apart, I'm like, they fucking got me for over $100. $100 fucking bucks. Right? And then the NBA fucking gypped us on that Chris Paul trade. Yeah. Which is cool because I hate Chris Paul too. That fucking whiny little bitch. But it's like, that is when I was like, I got to stop with this jersey shit. Now I look like I'm dating like the varsity quarterback. Like I'm done on the jerseys.
But don't you like, you're a big Kevin Smith fan. Oh, and all he does is wear jerseys.
I have a Kevin Smith fucking Zombies hockey jersey.
I think I only own one jersey.
That's part of Kevin Smith's brand and he's wearing his own shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like he's dating the varsity quarterback. He is the varsity quarterback who also wants you to know that he's the varsity quarterback.
Yeah.
Still kind of sad.
Yeah.
But like cooler by like a microcosm. But that's what. So like, here's the thing. Like when you're watching the playoffs, you have every time you're watching any game. I
hate you.
You should be rooting for one of the teams. So what's the difference?
Why do you have to root for a team in the playoffs?
Why watch any game? You're not rooting for someone. This is like the soccer thing, right?
If when my team,
they have 13 ties in a season. I'm like, well, why would I ever watch that sport? You know what I mean? I always want to root for someone to win all the way.
Well, the only way I switch it up. So like, if my team doesn't make the playoffs, if my buddy has a team in there that he's rooting for, I'll go and watch the games with him.
So you're like me, but a coward.
No, but I'm not. I don't ever like. I'm just like, I hope they win, so my buddy's happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Because I hate you. You know, I wanted the Giannis Golden State this year. You know, and I was rooting for Golden State. Yeah. So like, I don't know, but like, I'm not buying their gear. So like, I don't know that it matters who I root for.
Yeah, I guess not.
You know what I mean?
I hate that you go all the way to the All-Star break.
I knew like, for a fact.
That's my team, dog. I've been saying it. I've been saying it 10 damn years.
Because I'm not out here trying to like take ownership, right? That's who I hate, ownership.
Sounds like you are.
No. I'm just here to have a good time, man. That's all sports is for me. Is I want to get jacked.
So do you pick that team at the All-Star break, and then they go and win.
No, like the
do you
Warriors.
do you
the
cheer
Warriors
for
I've
them?
been
You're
in.
like, fuck yeah, come on, man.
When the Warriors won their first title, I was already in. So I've been with the Warriors for like they've been like my favorite team to watch for years.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I totally
Not like
believe
an
you.
old school, right?
I totally believe you.
Not like run fucking DMC or whatever they used to have, right? With Chris Mullen.
Yeah. TMC, I think.
TMC,
is what,
yeah, right? So I'm not like saying I'm like old school, but this is the thing, right? Guys like to do this. It's the same. This is what I hate too. It's like the same thing. As you can see, I have this wall of comic books and shit.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing in like nerd culture, right? So on our other show, I do a podcast, the Long Box Sessions for comic books. And we'll have people all the time now because like they're making every movie now this superhero but a lady.
Sure.
And you always have these guys who are like, well, when I was reading the comics in 3rd grade, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, you just want to show that you like Star Wars more than me.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You buy all these Star Wars toys, you know, as a fucking giant Trump-style wall between you and any possible pussy.
It's like when you talk to people about bands, you're like, do you like them? They're like, yeah, dude, I had their first album. Like, Like, I don't care how long you've been a fan. I just asked if you like. I like them as well.
That's all it is it's ownership, right? It's like, oh, you might like them, but you don't love them. Yeah, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if Nickelback came out with a fucking song that slaps today, you would hear me blasting that on my speakers and not giving a fuck what anyone else said. I am all here.
That's where my loyalty would end with you. If I came over and you were blasting Nickelback, I'd be like, never mind.
When you cut my nipples off, we were damn close.
Yeah, never
now
mind.
You pushed me too far. No, I don't care.
Give me my nipples back with your Nickelback.
Our pun game has
that was
gotten
a good
soft.
pun. Yeah. Been practicing.
No, I don't care what the fuck it is. I'm about what is the best thing for me right now today in almost all across my life. Like, this is something that's changed since we last did the podcast. It's gotten more and more and more, right?
Right.
Now you have Uber. People just bring you food to your door.
It's fucking great.
Everything's on Amazon. It's like, I don't have to wait.
I once DoorDash.
I don't want to be a part of the process,
I once DoorDash 4 times in one day.
I know.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What's the lamest thing you've ever DoorDashed for?
Taco Bell.
See, that's awesome.
Or, it might have been Uber Eats. It's one of the two. But yeah, I got like $20 worth of Taco Bell right to my door.
No, I
got KFC. I got Long John Silver's one time.
No, what was that? They made this weird fucking flavor of like flaming hot Cheetos. Oh no, I'll tell you what it was. The worst thing. I DoorDashed for one package of those candy corn Oreos.
You'll do that?
I took one bite, threw that shit out. Yeah, I just like go to the grocery store, buy me this. I mean, it cost way more than it. Like, it should have just gone to the store.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't want to wait. I want to eat one right now. I just saw South Park. Like, I want to eat it right now. And I did. I took one bite and I was like, fucking threw that shit out.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, that was a waste of $12, but
yeah.
Whatever. But that's what I mean. So all these Sixers fans, right? Like, we're a part of the process, man. We're real Philly bros. Guess what? You're just a fucking another loser. Your center's way overweight. Will probably be fucking in a wheelchair in like 2 years.
Yeah, probably.
Your star point guard can't fucking beat a child and horse.
Yeah, no, God.
Like, cool, the process. Good for your loyalty.
They gave him like $100 million.
I know.
They gave a guy that can't even hit a 7-foot jumper $100 million.
The one guy who could guaranteed ball, they're like, sorry,
and I can't stand like how good they try to like tell me he is. Like, you know, like every sport, like Ben Simmons is the next big. Like I can.
No, that's it. Because
I'm a 35-year-old fat man, and I could go outshoot him right now. I say that.
Yeah.
I say that with 100% confidence.
I'd give myself.
I could beat him
chance
in a shooting contest from anywhere on the court.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
but see, this
I
is
guarantee
this is the best part of the offseason now.
You heard it here. I called you out,
videos.
Ben.
It's like, oh, he's been balling with Carmelo.
Don't care.
I'm like, okay, so he's playing Carmelo and fucking, what is his name? J. Cole, the rapper?
Oh, yeah, J. Cole.
I was like, oh, sweet. So you're shooting over a 5'6" rapper.
And like J. Cole was just banging threes on him, and you could see Ben Simmons like, oh, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. Ben Simmons like, Andy got bars. Andy got bars. Damn. Like, oh, man. No, but that's what I mean. That's what loyalty gets you.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing.
Well, it gives me a sense of pride.
Yeah, you get to walk around. Hey,
come on into the podcast.
Who's got the tallest point guard? The process.
The process.
I'm going to get a tallest point guard t-shirt and go drink more beers. It's like, guys, I know we all need more excuses to not be home with our wife and kids and just get drunk in the morning.
Yeah.
You can find a better reason. There's better reasons than supporting the Titans. Or, like, could you imagine being a fucking Knicks fan?
Oh, no.
Like, there are people that still are like, well, fucking, I'll bleed blue and orange or whatever the fuck their colors are.
Yeah.
But this year they're like, we're getting Durant.
They're terrible.
No, you're not.
No,
We're getting Kyrie. No, you're not.
No,
You can't
you're
even get flat Earth Kyrie, bro. Because your owner
and then
is busy making
and then
the
Brooklyn
worst
goes and gets everybody. That was my favorite fucking part.
Oh, it's the best. They're like, oh, you want to roll with Jay-Z and the guy who owns Alibaba? And they're like, yeah, that seems better than the guy who's in the worst band of all time. Like, oh, maybe we can get Russell Crowe's band to open for James Dolan while he kicks Charles Oakley out of Madison Square.
Fighting around the world.
And then they're like, but it doesn't matter because we got a 13% chance to get Zion, which is pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did they stop teaching percentages in New York City? 13%.
We got that.
When the Lakers, because that's the thing, I watched the draft and I had no idea what was happening. But the Lakers just kept moving up, and I was like,
yeah.
Are we about to get Zion? Because then I was like, I'm going to put my Dwight Howard jersey back on if we get Zion.
No.
But no, it's like, why are you, if the Knicks are still owned by James Dolan,
yeah,
you cannot be a respecting adult person and be like, I made this choice. That's terrible. Like, what else do you, if you had a car and every time you ignited it, you're like, this might, like 1 out of 3 times it blows up like the scene in Casino.
Yeah.
Are you just going to keep getting in that car?
No.
You're like, wow, this is like the 5th fucking explosion, man.
But the Knicks aren't going to actually blow up and kill you. They're going to disappoint you
well.
a little bit.
I think it'd be more merciful for Knicks fans.
But don't you think, like, the
we
Zion
need that
thing...
Scene like the Godzilla '98 where just, like, giant reptiles come out and eat all the...
Don't you think that's the problem, though? Like, the Zion thing. So, like, Zion's fucking amazing, obviously.
Maybe.
But there's no chance he stays in New Orleans. There's no chance he plays an entire career...
You get 7 years.
In New Orleans.
You get 7 years. Although now people are opting out of their contracts for like 4 years to go, like, trade me.
And so those teams have no chance to build a fan base. They have none. Because they don't have a chance to win. Because of the way the league's set up.
But this is what I mean. Like, okay, so you say that, but the Raptors did it, right? If you get the right GM and you kill it in the like Golden State was the same way. They just fucking dominated like 3 drafts.
Yeah.
They stole Iguodala.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you have a team. And once you're winning, then you get the smart money like me.
Yeah.
Then you get the smart money guys.
But
then you're set.
But the Warriors drafted all those guys, except for Iguodala.
Right. And then they went out and
then
just did
Kevin
the craziest
Durant,
shit ever and got Durant. Like, and then as they're losing Durant, they just turned that into D'Angelo Russell. Like, that's just a team that's smarter and better.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
the Warriors were bad for essentially my whole life. They had that little run with Chris Mullin, that little run with Baron Davis, but they were never like threats to win the title.
No.
Then they became maybe the second best team of all time.
Yeah.
Probably third. I still think that Shaq Kobe Lakers was sick. But.
Fits pretty well for a while. That's where he choked PJ Carlissimo.
What's it? I was like, I don't remember where he started choking.
That's like a pretty good team. They had like him and Weber when Weber was good.
Yeah.
And then he just choked his coach. And
I mean, looking back on it, we should have.
Which I'm for. If
we should have known. So where's your loyalty on
he's
that?
Slipping on. Hey.
If my coach is slipping, I'll choke him.
There's not a coach in the league putting butts in the seats. You know. It's me, pal. You don't tell me what to do.
There's no one in Tennessee putting butts in seats.
Well, Mariota's family goes to some games.
If your rule on this is everyone has to stay loyal to their teams, but the minute they fuck up, Latrell Sprewell gets to go choke a general manager. Then I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we need
that has
Latrell
nothing to do
Sprewell.
with fandom. I'm just saying
we need to turn Latrell Sprewell into the Judge Dredd of bad GMs, and then I will 1,000,000% stay with one team.
Yeah. He turned the whole Neil Reed situation around. He did the reverse Neil Reed.
So you think Bob Knight was a visionary? He was ahead of his time.
He's like, if I don't choke him, I'm gonna get choked.
I don't want Latrell Sprewell.
It's you or me, pal.
Bobby Knight's just filming his fishing show, and Latrell comes out of the lake and just strangles him to death. No, I think being loyal to a team that constantly has just decided to fail, be short-sighted, this and that. I think that's a knock on you, man. I don't think you should be friends with guys like that.
Okay, but so say your kids come.
And that's the other thing.
Say your kids come
You're
one
fucking
day.
talking shit. The Colts have been good for like 15 years.
Yeah, it's been fucking incredible. I love them.
But that's what I mean. Like, I'm a Steelers fan, so it's easy for me to say that. Like,
but if your kids come home today and they just shit all over the floor and throw it around, and then you walk outside and you see 2 kids like behaving great, are you just gonna go take those kids and be like, I don't have any loyalty, you know what I mean?
I thought I could fit that trade in under the cap. But that's the thing. I don't go to jail for fucking abandoning my team. Well, you go to jail for abandoning your children.
The Raptors president went to jail right after they won the finals.
Trying to fucking hit a cop. Security. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who stole Kawhi. The cop's like, I knew it, a crime.
Get down.
They start fucking brawling. No, I think it's insane. People should make better life choices. if you are a Charlotte Hornets fan, a New York Knicks fan, a Tennessee Titans fan, you're a loser. Like you've made a life choice.
See, I disagree.
If you have kids,
I like people that ride with their team through whether they're good or bad.
If you have children,
I respect that.
And your children are sitting at home, right, doing their homework, and they look up and there's my father watching the Hornets get blown out by 30 for the 40th time this year. You're teaching your kids to be failures.
No, you're not.
Life. Yes, you are.
You're teaching. So no, because that's not how life works. Every time something goes bad, you can't just fucking run away. Sometimes you just gotta. You can't.
Why not?
You can if you're a coward.
No, if you're smart.
If you don't have any backbone.
So like if Godzilla starts stomping through Tokyo, I'm not one of the guys who's like, I'm not leaving. I already paid 3 months rent on this apartment. You can step on me, motherfucker. No, I'm leaving. I'll be like, what country doesn't have Godzilla? I'm leaving.
You're teaching people. You're not facing any adversity. You're just like, they suck. So I'm gonna go do something else.
Here's the problem.
You're never gonna build any character that way.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is true.
No, my character is winning. I'm fucking allergic to losers. I'm out. This is what, because that's what I mean.
I regret bringing the pod back.
You're like, pod's over.
Pod's over.
My loyalty to the pod has put me in an unwinnable situation. No, sometimes nature is just something you can't defeat, right? Like if I see a tornado coming, I get out of the way.
Yeah, you're not listening. I'm not talking about tornadoes.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Some bad things happen to you in life. Sometimes you got to face them.
Ernie Grunfeld is the equivalent of that fucking tornado in Twister. The exact equivalent of that. And I am running away as fast as I can. Like, oh, cool. Let me stay here and just support John Wall. Hey, bro, I hope you get better so you can come back and not be any good.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
John Wall essentially just said, he's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about basketball. I'm already rich. I just want to like party and be injured all the time.
And that's exactly what I would do.
I'm totally down for that lifestyle choice. But as a basketball fan, you'll be like, well, this guy fucking... Yeah. That'd be like, you don't keep going to the same prostitute that fucking tries to bite your dick off every time. You're like, that's a bad move.
I'm thankful that I didn't have like any extraordinary talent when I was like... No, when I was like 18. Because if somebody would have given me money when I was 18, I'd be dead. I'd for certain be dead.
Oh, all of them.
If somebody gave me money now, I'd probably be dead.
If someone came to my house today, I would actually probably just, I'd be like, they'd find my body under like fucking comic books.
It'd be the most fun 13 hours of my life before I die.
Yeah, I'm like, how long would it take me to call up everyone I wanted to rub it in their face?
Yeah.
I'm doing all the drugs. And
I've met some seedy people, and over the course of my life.
I know, I've seen a lot.
And I got a lot of their phone numbers. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm here to. I want to open a retainer with you, Krusty Bob.
I got some burner numbers in my phone, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Would not end well.
Hey, I'm not talking about John Wall's life choices.
Yeah.
I'm just like, if you guys are paying $40+ million to a guy who will never play basketball for your team, you're like, hey man, I'll see what you do after he's gone.
Yeah, but
John Wall should just party himself into the sunset. And happily live a long fucking life of partying.
They'll go and make more than $40 million off John Wall.
How?
People will still go out to see him play.
If there's
they'll still sell his jersey.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Over under.
They'll get more ad dollars because he's on the team. They will. They will.
John Wall.
Yeah. Because all
right, internet.
Whether you believe it or not, like him being on the team will raise the ratings of their TV, and they'll get more ad money.
I'm telling you this
versus if he were not there.
I don't buy it.
It is. I'm not saying it's.
I'm not saying it's a guys on the internet. If you know one fucking adult who has bought a John Wall jersey in the last 4 years, you need to call the cops to raid their basement, Buffalo Bill style.
I want pictures.
Yeah,
get your John Wall jerseys out,
and not the old ones.
Yeah,
when you thought he could still play.
And then
like how many John Wall jerseys did they sell this year? Not at discount. Like not at you can find them at like your local secondhand store.
I'm gonna look it up.
If John Wall jerseys? If John Wall sold fucking
I bet it's over
100 jerseys this year, they should fucking burn that entire stadium to the ground.
I bet it's over 10,000.
10,000 John Wall jerseys.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, so you're telling me there's 10,000 people that are willing to spend $100 on a guy who was never very good and will never play again and is the worst contract in the league that is the cement shoes around the Washington Wizards. There are 10,000 people that bought his jersey this year. That's insane. No.
Hold on.
Don't.
He's top 15 most sold jersey in the league.
Today?
Yeah.
okay.
Well, as of last year, this is
even then he hasn't played in like 3
He was
years.
right. He was the 12th best-selling jersey in the NBA.
Last year.
Yeah, as of last year. Yeah.
We just need to. I mean, sports should just be.
Josh is wrong.
Sports should be employed. Hey, I am not
That was a
saying
good
that
dance.
I had the statistics. I'm
Yeah.
saying on a philosophical
So,
level that should not be allowed to
Facts
exist.
are funny things.
There you go.
Yeah.
The old,
Right back at you, bud.
the old John Adams quote, my favorite. No, I'm not saying I had the stats. I'm saying if that is true, the Washington Wizards need to be closed. It's over. And all of those people, if you were one of those fucks that bought that jersey, your kids are going to have a bad life.
Ugh.
They're going to have a bad life. I'm
Ignorant.
just telling you. You cannot raise successful children if you're stupid enough to have bought a John Wall jersey. It's impossible.
I disagree.
What are you teaching your kids?
That you like John Wall and nothing else.
Hey, if John Wall had 10,000 relatives, I'd be like, cool, that statistic makes perfect sense.
He's got fans. He's a good basketball player.
When?
He's got fans.
When
he plays.
I can think of 2 million people I'd rather have on my roster
No,
right now than John
no way.
Yeah.
A healthy John Wall.
Every guy who's played 5 pickup games this year is under 30.
You're just
and
going to go
not
down to the
overweight.
men's leagues, down at
Seriously.
the rec center.
I saw this little fucking kid trying to ball up in front of me and my wife at LA Fitness the other day. I would take him right now over John Wall. Until John Wall's an expiring, he has no value
God.
to the league. Except for, I guess, $10,000 or 10,000 jerseys worth of dollars.
Just because he got hurt?
It doesn't matter.
What doesn't matter?
Okay, so like if
He's a good player.
Right, I hire a doctor, right? Like, hey,
Yeah.
doc, I'm in a battle for my life. I need you. He goes out and he's like, well, I'm really into parkour. You know who I'm talking about. Fucking bashes his fucking brains out. He comes to the office the next day to meet me and he's like, yeah, I'm really stupid now. I have no knowledge of medicine. I'm going to be like, all right, get the scalpel. Let's save my life.
Yeah.
No. An intrinsic part of John Wall is that he has to be able to play basketball. I'm not saying anything about him as a person or a man.
I understand that, but he does play. He got injured last year, but like,
Bro.
he's been really good. He has.
Oh my God.
You don't.
He had flashes.
You don't sell the 12th most jerseys in the league without being good.
Dude, what if this is like one of those Russian troll farm things? They're fucking running up the tally
mining,
for John Wall.
just mining John Wall jerseys because it's
we
in
must
some village in China they're worth like their weight in gold.
We're gonna sell these for mad Bitcoin. No, they're just like, we need to keep chaos as close as possible to Washington D.C.'s. You know what I mean? So they want the Wizards to be bad, so there's more chaos near the nation's heart.
I think that's a really stupid theory, but
Hey,
I'm on board.
I'm telling you this.
I'm on board.
That theory may sound stupid
I'm
to you.
on board. I love theory. Yeah, I'm in.
Imagine the life
I'm gonna do some
of
research.
10,000 adult men that own a John Wall jersey.
Yeah.
That's insane and stupid.
Yeah, I bet.
That hurts me. This is the thing now. I'm a father now. I brought kids into a world where John Wall still sells 10,000 jerseys. That's sad.
I don't
for
know
me.
how much that number is, but I bet it's more than 10,000.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I guess I'm just rooting for climate change at this point. Like, come on, baby, wipe us out.
Yeah.
That or Skynet. If you own a fucking John Wall jersey that you bought within the last
I want
year,
a picture if you do.
you shouldn't be allowed to vote.
I want pictures.
You shouldn't be allowed to hold a job.
Yep.
You should be kicked off to a Lord of the Flies island where you can build all your fucking teepees.
And that's
out
why
of
you
John
don't run
Wall
the
jerseys.
NBA.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
You would just be like, if you ran it, they'd be like, let's make some John Wall jerseys. Like, no need. Nobody's gonna buy that dog shit.
I'll be like,
They're
unless
like,
John
we have a demand for it. No, you don't.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
in charge. No, you don't.
My argument as a commissioner, I'd be like, if John Wall is sewing them himself so that he's earning his keep, yes.
Yeah.
I want to essentially make John Wall a seamstress of his own jerseys so that at least Washington's getting something back.
That'd be an interesting experiment. Make the players make their own jerseys.
There you go.
And then see who sells the most.
Yeah.
But you know who it'd be? It'd be like Jeremy Lin, because he's all like,
Oh, dude.
he's so mad about like, no, so he'd just be sewing jerseys all day.
People were talking mad shit about him being emotional, and I was like, this guy's not going to get to be in the NBA.
Yeah, but he's
The
got a
dream
degree
job.
from Harvard. He's fine.
It doesn't matter. Like, whatever job you can get,
and he's already got a fat contract.
whatever
once.
job you can get, it's not going to be better than
No,
sitting on the
I
bench
agree.
in the NBA.
I agree.
It's just not. He
Well,
had the best life. He was the backup quarterback of
Yeah.
the NBA. That's the best life.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the guy where they're like,
and he got like,
if Boogie Cousins wasn't fat, maybe he would have won the final. No,
somebody got hurt.
Jeremy Lin.
Yeah, somebody got hurt and they didn't have any game tape on him, and he destroyed for like 2 weeks, and then he got a contract.
He's actually been better than people think.
No, he's not.
Like,
He's
he
not
was
a
like
terrible
a solid
player.
7th to 9th player.
Yeah,
like he's a good player.
Yeah.
No, I got when he cried because they're just like, hey man, the gravy train's over.
Yeah.
The best job of all time. And Jeremy Lin's probably looking around like, this fucking broken motherfucker John Wall over here is getting $45 million and selling jerseys.
Carmelo, like if Jeremy Lin signs, Carmelo's gonna be, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Today, to be the worst day of his life.
Who would you pick up right now today, Carmelo or Jeremy Lin?
All day.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeremy Lin all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Carmelo, who's like, bench?
Yeah.
It's like,
no.
Bro, come on.
Listen to him just fucking complain the whole game and just not try off the bench. No.
Yeah. You know what we need more of in the 2019 NBA? Super isolation, low percentage shooter with no defensive ability.
Name's Carmelo.
Who also wrecks every locker room.
Has like 9 career assists, 12 career passes.
All of them were accidents.
Yeah. two of them he dribbled off his foot.
3 of them were air balls that just got dunked in. Yeah. He was like, damn it, those are my 2 points. No, but man, this all gets back to the same thing, man. No one's got loyalty for Jeremy Lin or any of these fucking players.
No, there's no loyalty among like the ownership unless you're the elite of the elite. Then teams will try to attempt to be loyal to you, but otherwise, there's no loyalty.
It is a weird time because like someone like Durant, and it's like he might not ever be able to play a full season again.
Yeah,
like that's the kind of injury that could haunt him forever.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
And he might be like 50% of what he was, and they're like, take all the fucking money, just come here.
Yeah,
you know, like that's the world we live in. That's fine. But I'm saying, if you're a fucking fan of any of these fucking teams, run. You spend your money elsewhere. Don't be the guy that buys a John Wall. Like that makes me sad. Like I'm actually heartbroken. That's the thing.
I love how upset you are about that. I really do.
I hate.
It's really enjoyable.
I'm one of these people, right? Like something that's happened since we quit the podcast, right? Is that everything's fucking political now.
Oh yeah.
And one of our things we're going to try to never do that because. Who needs to hear us just bitch about politics?
And I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the funny thing, right? Is you're like, all that's happened since President Orange Buttholes come in is you're like, oh, everyone's just awful. Well, right? Like, you're like, no one's trying to do anything. Everyone's just going to fight. Like, okay.
My thoughts on politics are like in Lady Killers when J.K. Simmons, and he's like, I'll have you know, we bust in the Freedom Riders so you people like you could have a chance to vote. And Marlon Wayans goes, well, I don't vote, so fuck you. And the bus you rode in.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that's my thoughts on politics. I don't
That's
vote.
got it. Yeah, like I saw a guy today, he jumped out of his truck because he saw some 61-year-old dude was protesting Trump. So his way to, like, make America great again was he's like, I'm going to jump out and throw hands at a 61-year-old. So that guy
this is my chance to make America great.
Yeah, so he gets arrested, right? And then the 61-year-old, they interview him. He's like, why didn't it go down? And I was like,
I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah. It's like they're doing the Bat Dad. It's like an Abbott and Costello Bat Dad. You're like, yeah, that's America in 2019. Like, why do any of us care about shit? But it's fucking insane.
I agree.
Like, everyone's like, everything is so hard now.
Yeah, you can't,
Like, even sports, right? Every sporting event, and that. It's just, it's a fucking minefield.
I kind of like, our strategy might be to just, like, cross as many lines as we can. and try to get crucified in the media. Like it'll just skyrocket our numbers. Like we have nowhere to go but up. Like
true.
We're not like these guys that are already at the top and they're just gonna crumble. Like we're bottom feeders, you know?
That's true. Hey, I'm down, man. I've always said that too. Like I would sell my soul for so much cheaper than people.
Here's some groups that we're gonna attack today. Like, just start the pods like that.
We're like hunters that just wake up and jerk off to the endangered species list. We're like, No, I mean it's a fucking weird and scary thing now, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy, dude. We got attacked on another podcast I did because I do a movie one and a thing. So we were doing this one on Film Alchemist, and this chick just came out of nowhere and tried to Macho Man us off the top ropes. So on Film Alchemist, we covered Us, right? The Jordan Peele movie. Did you see that? And there's this thing that bothers me if you watch a lot of horror movies, right? I call it horror movie cheating. It's where they do something to throw you off of who the real killer is.
Right.
So they make characters do things
and
that
like
are
the
totally,
red herring
totally stupid, and they would never do just so you think. Like Saw's the worst example.
Yeah.
Right? When the guy's like
Scream did that a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, Scream's like trying to be that way. But like Saw, they're like, oh, this guy was just made to capture this guy's wife and kids by Jigsaw, but he stopped and put a stethoscope to hear their heartbeats race. He held a gun to a child. I'm like, that's what I'd do if I was like being forced against my will to kidnap someone. So they can go, gotcha. Like, I hate that shit, right? So there was a moment of that in Us where I was like, Lupita Nyong'o might weigh like 120 pounds, right? Very tiny lady. I was like, she kicks this fucking copy of herself. Spoilers. Like fucking 25 feet and desks are flipping around. And I was like, that's a superpower. Right. Yeah, and I was like, I was talking about it just from a storytelling perspective. I'm like, that's a superpower that they're intentionally showing us to throw us off of the twist ending. Well, this fucking lady on Twitter's like, you fucking chubby boys. And I was like, did you just body shame me about body shaming?
You're calling me about,
I was like, that's chubby man to you, bitch. But no, she was like, you fucking chubby boys. Like, you need to do your research on the capabilities of a dancer's body. And I was like, let me tell you something I will never research.
Never.
A dancer's body.
No.
But it's like, even something like that, we're just talking about a movie. And these fucking dickheads on Twitter just coming in like, oh, I got him. And it's like, do you think Lupita Nyong'o was like somewhere crying in a corner?
Absolutely.
Because I was talking about her fucking quad power. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing here as a society? This is what I mean, though. We live in a world where these things are happening. I don't believe that we can fix things by like voting for people, right?
Yeah. No,
what can't. I think you have to do is you have to catch these fucking chodes in the act and make them do better on a day-to-day basis. If we can make this America the kind of place where John Wall sells 0 jerseys a year, I'm telling you for a fact our politics would be better.
That's a good, that's
it took me a minute because we started talking about politics. I'm like, don't talk politics. I'm like, I forget where I was going.
That's a good out.
That was my theory, right? Is that everyone's like, who are you going to vote for? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you don't fucking care. I don't care who you're voting for. The people we vote for don't care what we fucking think. Like, everyone's fighting, right? That's all it is like, my team says this. And then my fucking followers on Twitter, it's like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
None of it's going to be better, right?
Never.
Like,
never.
And I have a side, you have a side. We don't need to get into all that. What I'm saying is, the only way to fix society is from the bottom up, right? So if you're a person, right, who has a dog, you walk your dog through my neighborhood.
Sure.
You let your dog shit in the yard where my kids play, and you don't pick your dog shit up.
Yeah.
You are put in the bottom of the ocean. You're gone forever.
Yeah.
That makes our society better.
Bill Burr calls those people in the way people.
Yeah.
There's just too many in the way people.
Dude.
And I totally subscribe. I subscribe to that 100%.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. If you do that, like, or if you're the guy whose truck is just way big and you don't ever use your truck for work, right? Yeah. It's more of a, look at me, I guarantee I don't have a small dick. And you stop. This is my new thing I've seen in Indiana, right? Yeah. It's from L.A. The guys who stop in the middle so they can reverse into a spot that their truck barely fits in. I'm like, you go to the bottom of the ocean. We don't need you.
Few things infuriate me more than people that back into parking spaces.
It's so dumb.
It's the most asinine concept.
Well, they're like, it saves time. It's like, what about all the time you wasted?
No, it doesn't. It does not. It absolutely does not.
No.
It's so easy to just go whoop, and you're backed out and you're gone.
You know what happens.
It's easier to back out of the parking space than it is to back in.
No, those guys are in their trucks and they're like, someone's gonna see that slick 3/4 turn, and they're gonna jump up on this fucking floor runner and blow me.
I just gotta back in.
There's probably 3 Kardashians in the driveway that saw that. Want to suck
my 98 Mustang into this spot here.
Yeah. No, but those people gone. If you can't sit through an entire movie without fucking being on your phone, gone. You're out of society.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if I was given the supreme power to take these certain people out, right?
Yeah.
By metrics that we set of like, here's basic decency. If you can't fit in here, like these fucking...
Do you get to set all the parameters?
Well, I mean, I think I'm very qualified for the job. I'd go through an application
I just wanted to clarify that. Yeah.
As a man
I didn't know if I had a say or...
You would make a commission
do a democracy
of like,
on this?
No, it'd be like me and Larry David, right? Like guys of our ilk that sit around and judge society a lot. We'd have like a 5-man commission, right?
Yeah.
So no one can unilaterally make a rule. It has to be voted on. But I know I'd be embraced and accepted because the world would be so much better, right? We don't need a new president.
Think if we
need a guy who fucking immediately executes people who don't pick up dog shit.
I say we do that. And we have like a jury or like a Supreme Court, not a jury.
Ooh, I like that.
And instead of robes, all of the sitting judges wear John Wall jerseys. that make these decisions.
First group.
Just to infuriate you when you have to look at them and you're like, motion number 1, you motherfuckers.
No, because I would put myself in the ocean. No, if you bought a John Wall jersey, you're dangerously close. You would have to make some kind of like YouTube public apology of you like donating that jersey to like a homeless man, and then I'd be like, well, all right, you're back in society. Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it. You know, it's like, I see you fucking buying a Greg Oden jersey, you're done.
I hope to God that somewhere along the line,
John Wall's going to see this and be like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, I'd
you're
love that too.
right,
but I
Griff.
hope somewhere along the line, you and I have to go like make a video or something in DC, and we're just walking down the street and you see like 4 people in a row with John Wall jerseys on, and I just want to watch you melt down on the street.
You've been with me, and like,
I want to watch you
melt
fist
down
fight.
over really small stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's awesome.
Very tiny thing. Like here's another one, right? When I go to Starbucks and there are people who order a coffee and they know they want room for creamer.
Oh yeah.
But they don't say that.
Yeah.
They get their fucking hot ass coffee. They walk over to the trash can and dump hot liquid coffee into a trash can because fuck it, someone else gonna clean that up. Ocean. I saw it at a fucking Starbucks and I fucking went in so hard on this guy and he's like, God damn, like, haven't you already had your coffee? Why are you so cranky? And I was like, it's people like you that are bringing us down. And I like went in. Like there were like 4 other grandmas who were out for like a fitness walk at this outdoor mall, just like, oh Jesus.
So that was the battle you picked that day.
I think they're the only battles that matter.
Doing the Lord's work. No, I'm with you.
I can't go down and be like, you know what? I can clean up the border crisis or whatever. I can't fix any of that shit. But if I can make sure that these fucking coffee pourers and fucking bad dog owners and reversing into parking spot guys are gone, that can help society. You got to start with the little things so they build up.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you let people who buy John Wall jerseys and back into parking spaces just run loose like fucking monsters, right? That'd be like if you were an old fucking hunter-gatherer and you're like, you know what we need more of in this village? Man-eating bears.
Yeah.
No, you fucking tamp that down.
I don't confront people, but I get irrationally mad. And I just like scream to myself. Like I'll go through a drive-through and like give me a cheeseburger, no pickles, no onions. And I get it, and every time there's fucking pickles and onions on it, and then I just like roll my window up and I'm like, yeah, let's give you $15 an hour. Let's go fight that battle. And I just it's really bad. Yeah. I've been busted a few times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. Like, I'm telling you, this is no joke. I will be worse to my wife and kids tonight because you read that John Wall statistic to me. It's still churning. It's like, I feel this, like, you know that you get that thing where, like, my neck's tight. Yeah. You're like, was it from working out? No. It's because I'm irrational.
About John Wall today.
I'm fucking furious that there are 10,000 people not
there's
locked
probably
up.
More.
But that's what I mean.
There's more.
The whole thing about locking people in jail, period, bothers me. It's a weird concept to put people in a box unless I know you bought a John Wall jersey this year. Then it's like, I need you away from me. I don't want to think that my child could be like in our yard and encounter you in the wild.
Yeah. God.
I'm telling you, it's fucking, I'm sweating now. Do you see that I'm starting to sweat?
I know the next thing I'm buying.
I mean,
I'm getting a John Wall
one
jersey,
of our
and
listeners
I'm wearing it on the pod
buys you
next
a John
week.
Wall jersey. This pod's gonna end in a murder-suicide.
I'm gonna get a Kentucky John Wall jersey. I'm gonna get a Wizards one.
At least he contributed in college.
Yeah. All right, we got to get out of here. Watch us this week and next week. We got some Kent coming at you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you. Fucking John Wall.